Hello everyone. I hope audio and video are both clear to all of you. Again, on special request, since many of you were asking about when the edited book is going to be available back in the market, it's now available, and I'm going to give you a little description of what this book has in terms of different chapters, how to read it. So again, I'll try to keep it very short. So this book is now having its July 2024 edition. It's because I've included Patent Second Amendment Rules 2024. All the changes that I've brought into the rules have been included in the book now. Also, this book has a few of the recent question papers, solved question papers. But if you join the live classes, then you'll find all the past year solutions to all the question papers, right? So this book is available at two places. It's also available on EPC Web Store. But if you go to the publisher's own website, which is this link, weitzman.com, and I've provided the links in the video description as well. Here the book is of cheaper rate. It's around 636 only. But if you go to Amazon, the same book is available at 795 rupees. So I would recommend why waste money. Rather go to the publisher's own website and buy it at a lesser rate. So what does it cover? So question was whether it covers the amendments to patent rules, the recent patent rules that were brought into effect in March 2024. So answer to that is yes, it does cover. And there are annexures also included, which gives a comparison of what changes have been brought, right? Including in the main text of the book, various updates regarding Form 27 or changes that have been brought into Section 8 and many more sections. There is a new form added also, Form 31. Everything of that from those rules have been included. Now, the book covers key aspects. There are around 110 chapters and 569, around 550 plus pages. There is a comprehensive coverage on the extremely important provisions of the Patent Act. And there are around 20 to 25 concepts, and I've tried my level best to mention all of that. In the book itself, there are solved past year question papers. This includes 2023 question paper, 2018, and 2022 year question paper as well. There is an intensive coverage of the government scheme. So when you read about the solved past year question papers, don't read it 2024, 2023, you read it. So those three past year question papers have been included because they are by far the most important ones. The 2024 and 2025 question paper, which is now going to be, for which the exam is being scheduled, which will be added in the next edition of the book, which is next year, okay? So, but whatever is needed for this year is to crack this year's exam appropriately has been included adequately. There is also intensive coverage on the patent administration, because if you look at the syllabus video that I created a few days ago, it talks about that there is an addition to the exam syllabus, and patent administration has been included, and chapter 1 of the book is focused on all of that. There is a chapter on standard essential patent and brand licensing also, because a few of the students were asked questions in Viva about this topic as well. And therefore, this book anyway already carries this chapter, so one can read it. It's not an opinionated chapter, it's a chapter which gives you the facts, which is general information about what SAPs are and what brand licensing is. There is inclusion of Jan Vishwas Act, which got into play in 2023, including Biodiversity Act is being talked about, patent amendment rules, as we discussed. And then there is a summary of the important case laws also, because this book is laced with a lot of case laws. IP jurisprudence is a part of the new syllabus, and hence um, you'll be asked in the upcoming exam about different case laws, and hence different provisions, their interpretation, how judges have interpreted it, in what manner, in different cases, that all have been included. Chapter 1 is all about, as I said, about IP administration. It also talks about IPD, Intellectual Property Division, and IPAB, which has now been dissolved. Some history about it because it's an important one. It talks about patent agents, its roles, um, also about various IP policies, schemes, initiatives, different government departments, who is dealing with which part of IP, the organogram, the head office of different offices. Everything has been covered in this chapter 1. Chapter 2 is about patentability, patent cooperation treaty, and power of controller. It also includes very important information on the numbering system, how patent applications are numbered, how granted patents are numbered, because there was a question in one of the past year question papers about the patent numbering as well. It talks in detail about the non-patentable inventions, including section 3K and 3D have been much in detail discussed, because these are the two most important provisions in the entire section 3 that you should be aware of, not only the present instance, but also what has transpired in the past. Chapter 3 is about patent application filing, the procedure and documentation. This is about the prosecution of a patent application at the patent office, as to which forms will you file, how will you respond to the office actions, how will you ask for the extension of time. Everything is being listed out there. Declaration as to inventorship, assignment deeds, how to get them recorded. There is also a section about statement and undertaking, how you keep your controller informed. So everything has been covered in chapter 3. Chapter 4 is a little extension rather from chapter 3 itself, but it talks about several other concepts like restoration of lapsed patent. How do you do amendments in the patent application? It talks about foreign application filing and the status. It also talks about how to calculate the priority dates when there are multiple. What is the date of a patent? How do you calculate that? It also mentions about the rights of the patentee, the maintenance, two important concepts which are divisional patent applications, patent of addition, all that you will find in this chapter. As you move forward, chapter 5, opposition and revocation, plus surrender of patents is being talked about here. So this is where it's the third party opportunity as to where others can either get your patent opposed before it is granted and what could be done post grant of it. Then it could be even revoked anytime during its lifetime, and also surrender of patent. The reason for surrender of patent, why would anybody do that? So everything has been covered in this chapter 5. Chapter 6 is about working of patents and compulsory license. This is essentially the abusive conduct that patentee might be found with. So if there are issues with if invention is not available to the public at large due to some reason, it's not available at affordable prices, there is a national emergency, extreme emergency, there is an export of the drugs required, everything of that sort has been covered, and also the NATCO case has been quite in detail covered, including the Novartis versus Cipla judgment. Licensing, the cross licensing of patents, that is also mentioned in chapter 6. Chapter 7 is about infringement and defenses. This is about the enforcement of your IP rights. Once a patent is granted, if somebody is found to be infringing it without your information, without paying you the royalty, what are the steps that you can take? Which court will you go to? What are the reliefs that you will be eligible to get? What are the different judgments that have taken place in the area of patenting? Some of the non-infringing activities that even if you feel that somebody is misappropriating your patent, but Patent Act provides certain caveats. It allows certain infringing activities to happen, and therefore these are not really alleged to be considered as the infringing activities. These are allowed. For example, government use for its own purpose or for the public benefit, and there are certain criteria being discussed. It's quite detailed, very, very nice chapter, and I have invested a lot of time in preparing each chapter. It has gone through extensive editing, so you would find a majority of difference between what was published earlier and what has been published now in past 1 or 2 years in this book. Patent claim construction is again very important, because 50 marks of paper 2 out of 100 marks is assigned to the claim drafting. So this is an important paper. Of course, just by reading the chapter, you won't get smart at it. But yes, what this chapter will do is to get you to a basic level. At least it will make sure that you don't, just write anything. You'll know the norms, you'll know the lingos. And then if you're taking the live classes anyway, there are 20 to 25 hours which we spend in claim drafting from different sectors. Chapter 9 is about SAPs and FRAN that I've just talked about, fair, reasonable, and non-discriminatory licensing. I don't expect that from SEP and FRAN anything might come in the written exam. I don't know at this stage. But yes, in Viva Voce, since like I said, many students were asked this question, it might even happen in future, so it's better to read up. Chapter 10 is about the model answers to the previous year question papers. This particular July 2024 book edition has patent agent exam 2023, all solved question papers 2022 and 2018, including some very important schedules, especially annexure 4, not the schedule, sorry, the annexures, annexure 1, 2, 3, and 4, where 4 talks about the comparison as to what was in rules earlier and what has been changed. Okay, so this you can go through. I think the smartest way to read the book is to read the chapters in chronology. If you want to pick any chapter from in between, it's fine. But if you want to go in a flow, start from chapter 1, build yourself up, and then go more deeper into rest of the concepts. Finish off one chapter in one single sitting. मतलब ऐसा ना हो कि आज आपने chapter 1 खोला है और आप उसको next day 2 से 3 दिन आपने लगा दिया उसको cover करने में. मतलब इतना commitment आप में होना चाहिए कि अगर आपने book पढ़ना शुरू किया है तो कम से कम आप उस मतलब कम से कम आप जिस दिन भी आप वो बुक उठा रहे हो तो कम से कम 1-1.5 घंटा तो पढ़ो. So at least do that much. Plus when you are reading the book, keep a bare act with you, the copy of the code. क्योंकि बुक में तो एक्सप्लेनेशन है, अगर हम उसमें कोड भी डाल देते मतलब bare act लैंग्वेज भी डाल देते, बुक would have become very very thick. तो it made no sense. तो जो भी प्रोविजन है, जो भी लीगल प्रोविजन है, उसका एक्सप्लेनेशन आपको बुक में मिल जाएगा. बट जो लीगल प्रोविजन एग्जैक्ट है वर्बैटिम, उसके लिए आप एक्ट की बुक जो है कोड को सामने रखिए, उसको पढ़िए और उसके एक्सप्लेनेशन बुक से देखिए. So you can join the live classes also. So there is something very interesting happened few days ago. I was sitting with the for editing of the book. तो मेरे publisher ने भेजा था इतना मोटा, quite a big size of a file. It was because he sent me the printed document in one, not in back-to-back pages. एक पेज पे एक पेज was printed. तो काफी मोटा था. तो मेरा बेटा आया एंड ही सेड कि यू हैव रिटन दिस बुक. आई सेड हाँ मैंने लिखा है, और काफी साल हो गए, 2008 में शुरू किया था. काफी सारे वर्जन आए हैं मार्केट में और अब ये लेटेस्ट एडिशन है. तो ही सेड अच्छा आपने बुक अगर लिखी है और अच्छी लिखी है तो फिर आप ये लाइव क्लासेस क्यों दे रहे हो. तो अब बच्चे आपकी दे विल रीड योर बुक एंड दे विल पास द एग्जाम, है ना. So I said, yeah, that is a good question. So I told him back. I said, you also have all the books of NCRT and everything, but you still go to school every day. You still find the best of your teachers. Why do you need a teacher then? So, so the answer was, yeah, books are available. Books are written by authors, but when a teacher will teach you, uh, that teacher is able to decodify that subject to you, then it's not just that you are coming as a visitor to that book. You start living that subject, you start feeling for that subject, and hence your execution, your skill set increases when you join certain live classes. So therefore I wanted to share my experience of 22-23 years, and therefore I started the live classes as well. Because I authored the book, I found it important that कि आपने जो लिखा है आप उसको इतने स्मार्टली आप बताओ भी, ताकि people can establish the connect, how it is working, how it is actually getting executed. Because book में आप वो सब कुछ नहीं डाल सकते हो, right? Book has to be of a limited set of pages. But in live classes, it is complementary to what you have written. So you are most welcome to join the classes. There is a link. There is a website www.trippleipf.com where you can register, and there is a WhatsApp number where you can reach out to. Feel free to reach out for any query. It will be resolved. Okay, and you are most welcome. But please be cautious that when you are registering for the classes, make sure that you are a serious student. I am not looking for masses to be there in the class, because I already have a lot of other work to do. I just need serious students with whom I can share experience, with whom we can learn mutually, and with whom I can make sure that whatever is being taught to them, they are serious enough. They are the right recipients for that knowledge that I have gained over years. So with this, thank you so much, and I really thank each one of you for subscribing to this channel, because as an author, it's such an elated feeling when every day you see new subscriber joining. तो इससे एक टेस्टिमनी मिल जाती है कि आप राइट डायरेक्शन पे हो, और आप सही पढ़ा रहे हो, और आप सही इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हो, और आप कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हो सोसाइटी को. So I'm very happy to be in midst of all of you, and it is only because of all of you that this channel will grow. So please share it with everybody, because this is all free information that you are getting. Thank you so much, and wish you all the very best. And yeah, before we close, next exam date is 5th January 2025.